Then I saw this girl going to the escalator, and I was like, it's my girlfriend. And I know she gets scared very easily. So what do? I scare her. So I was standing on top of the escalator and I cover. And I was like, guess who? And after she turned around, it wasn't my girlfriend. Hi, my name is Alan and I'm 26 years old and I'm Indian.
Hi, my name is Emily and I'm 24 this year and I'm Chinese.
And we've been together for 6 years.
Hi, I'm EC, I'm 22 this year and I'm Chinese.
Hi, I'm Shireen, I'm 19 this year and I'm an Indian.
And we've been together for 19 months.
Hi, I'm Rudy, I'm 32 years old and I'm Malay.
Hi, I'm Jinping. Usually people call me JP. I'm 39 years old and I'm Chinese.
And we've been together for 3 years and we just got engaged this year. We met each other on CMB, Coffee Meets Bagel. This was back in 2018, right, in February. I saw on her dating profile that she danced salsa. Like for me, I put on my profile that I dance salsa and bachata. So I was like, why not lah, right? Never gone out with anyone in the dance scene before, so that's where I swipe right on her lah.
Yeah, for me, my friend set up my CMB profile and then they discovered Rudy and they told me, hey, this guy do salsa and bachata. Then I'm like, finally someone that do salsa. So I really wanted someone that understand my passion for dance, which is salsa back then. So when I saw that he do salsa, I immediately connected with him on CMB.
We met in poly and I was in year 1 and he was 1 year my senior. He planned a faculty camp for all the year 1. Our camp revolved around the Greek mythology theme. Basically all the different camp groups, we had to gather together and fight against the villain, and so he was the villain.
That was the first time we met in that camp. Then
that was where we knew of each other's existence, but we haven't talked to each other yet. Cause obviously I wouldn't want to talk to the villain of the camp, right?
Yeah, being the hero is too mainstream. After that, I think we signed up for youth expedition program or project, is it? Basically go Myanmar, help orphanage.
I remember we signed up for refurbishment together and they asked us to pair up.
Yeah, then from there we got much closer and stuff.
We met through an online dating platform called OKC.
Okay, funny story. He actually approached me. It was just bombarding each other with pickup lines. That went on for like a few days. And then after a few days, then we exchanged numbers.
It was this time when we decided to meet, and I think it was for dinner or supper. I was at the bus stop waiting for the bus, and then she took the bus. It was like this Korean drama moment, that I saw her through the window, and she looked at me. She realized that it was me, and then she smiled, and then I was like, my heart just like, bottom, like, wow, so cute.
But you know what? I brought my friend on my first meeting with him.
But okay, she did tell me before that she was bringing her friend.
I was very cautious because it was my first time meeting someone from a dating app.
And then we ended up eating prata. It felt like it was a gathering instead of like a meeting. Yeah.
My friend gave me a green light. My friend said that he was a gentleman because he not only treated me well, like he also like did stuff like for her. Like for example, like little things like we went to others. Then he went to get like water for both of us without even asking whether we wanted. Like he held the door and stuff like this.
Because at the time I was actually overseas at a dance festival over in Sydney.
So he immediately asked for my Telegram handle. Then I was like, wow, this guy fast game. Like, don't want to pay more coffee beans. So we waited for him to come back. Then
So we arranged to meet up for dinner. Because there was a new dance studio that was opening at the time. Latin dancing, we do like social dancing. It was also a good chance to go out dancing together lah.
And it's quite funny also.
Funny because that first date I spilled the jar of soy sauce
on the table on our first date.
Fell for her lah. Fell on the soy sauce.
I actually have been in an interracial relationship before. However, the other one didn't end well, so you definitely have that consideration and hesitation before you want to hop into another similar one.
Prior to getting together, I think during the talk, one of my major concerns was religion, because I'm Christian and he's Catholic. It's my first relationship. I didn't really know how to break it to my parents. And then the thing is, I'm not dating who I think they have an expectation of me to date is.
I come from a typical Chinese family. My parents are in Malaysia, so none of my immediate family or my extended family ever brought home a non-Chinese guy. I broke the record. So I'll tell him that I will definitely bring him home. But he told me to take as much time as I need, which is really, really nice. He never pressured me at all. So I told my mum, Mommy, I got attached. Then she's like, oh, okay. It was just like one random night, like when she's watching TV. She's like, what's his name? Then I'm like, oh, his name is Rudy. Then she asked me to show her photos. So I was like, oh yeah, this is Rudy. Then she's like, oh, okay, quite not bad looking, quite nice, look like an honest guy. Then okay, then she went back watching TV. Then suddenly she's like, oh, so what's Rudy's surname? Then I'm like, oh, okay, Mommy, I got something to tell you. And I'm like, okay, so Rudy is not Chinese. He's Malay. Then my mom was like, 不要开玩笑嘞. Joke eh? Then she's like, yeah, he spoke or not? Huh? He got tattoo. Then I'm like, no, chill, Mommy, chill.
We were talking on the phone at night. And that was when my dad caught us talking. And the next day, like, he called him up.
So he said, don't ever call my daughter again. So put down the phone. And I was like, no, cannot. I must call. So I called her phone. And after I said, like, then he said, I just told you don't call what? Then after I just said, like, no, I just want to talk to you and clarify, like, why.
He said that he didn't need to give him a reason.
Yeah, then I straight up asked, like, is it because of the colour of my skin? Yeah, then from there, I think I didn't get any answer. After I asked her to be my girlfriend, about 1 month later that happened. So that's why we never had a honeymoon period.
My mom was just worried that because since I've been in an interracial relationship before, she was thinking that it was because of the cultural differences that we fell out. But I would say she was still very supportive of me, and even soon into the relationship, she was actually very, very close to Shireen already. Yeah.
Love you, auntie.
So basically, from the phone call to when he officially met my parents next, there was a good 1.5 years in between.
Sneaking around.
Yeah, so that was when we were sneaking around and like trying not to get caught. So my parents found out that I was actually going to Christmas Wonderland with him. They were a bit
displeased.
Yeah. My dad said, if y'all want to go Christmas Wonderland, can, but Mommy has to follow.
And after in the end, we went Christmas Wonderland and okay.
He promised my mom that he would take care of me.
Yeah, and the mom also said, like, I can see that you're a gentleman. And, you know, like, in terms of uncle, don't need to worry, like, we will settle. Yeah, and he was like, wow, it was such a blessing.
I guess, like, because we went through so much, like, it's always been guilt on my part. Like, I always feel like, you know, if he didn't date me, he wouldn't have to go through this. And so I have always been very sorry to put you through this.
No lah.
Yeah.
As she always say, like, wouldn't it be easier if you date an Indian Catholic girl or something like that? And I'm like, no. Like, every relationship, every couple always have a problem one. But it's just like whether the two people actually can deal with the problem one.
I started TikTok for fun, and then suddenly one of the video blows up afterwards, and I think it's ways I hold my boyfriend's hand. Then when we started do more videos, started receiving hate, like more racism hate.
People were saying things like, oh, biryani and chicken rice, and then like,
oh, do you like curry, the smell of curry?
Yeah,
I was quite affected because most of the comments were a lot targeted at me, because they were always saying how, like, why he was going with me and stuff like this. So I felt like not enough in a sense, but then like he was always there to like support me and say that that's not true. The way we deal with it is just ignore lor. Like other people's opinion does not like reflect on your own relationship.
For me, I think the biggest challenge is to get my parents' acceptance.
Yeah, I think that was
both of us.
So like this year, before I proposed to JP, secretly I got her parents' number and then I WhatsApp video called them. So I told them that, you know, I wanted to propose to JP and I was asking for their blessing lah.
Yeah, when he proposed to me, he's like, so he got down on one knee, then he's like, oh, we're together for 3 years, and then he said, I called your parents. Then my tears just like because like, I know it's like very tough to reach out to my parents now, especially with the pandemic. And I really didn't expect him to set up a video call just with my parents. It's like so nerve-wracking. I just cry.
Come already. And then everything else I said, you didn't hear at all.
It's just after he put the ring on me, everything settled down. Then I just like, oh, by the way, can you repeat what
Sorry,
you said
what did you
just
say?
now?
Yeah.
I couldn't hear. To know that my parents accepted him fully, it was really like, yeah, I was just so happy lah.
The extended family part, I think when he first came over, it was a culture shock for him.
Chinese New Year.
Yeah, especially with my mom's side, because my mom's side is they're Hokkien, and Hokkien people are more boisterous in that sense.
I remember there
Very
was
loud,
something on the table, then it was food basically. That was the last one there, then I was like, oh shit, they wanted the last piece. I thought paise piece. Then I'm like, I help you all. I asked her, then she like, no, they're not fighting, they're just talking. Then I'm like, oh.
Yeah. His
I think for
family-
Chinese New Year I quite stressed when I go her place.
Oh, yeah.
Because I must remember the
3.
新年快乐，万事如意，身体健康。
Very good, good job.
红袍拿来 I don't say
You
the last
cannot
one.
say
Yeah.
Oh, but he comes over and he's very happy with the angpaos that he collects.
Then right, he didn't tell me to bring oranges for his mom. Then his mom got angpao. Then he said he's like,
I forgot.
you never tell her to bring oranges ah. Then what? I'm very paiseh.
For me, I was more excited and more nervous for her to meet my grandma. Actually, her Chinese is not too bad because she actually took Chinese last time.
But when it comes to grandparents, they have like a bit of a slang at times. So that's when it gets hard for me to understand.
The correct term for fish is yu, right?
Yeah.
But then
she say
she say yi, so she
Yeah.
every time want to 吃 yi or not, want to
Yeah.
吃 yi. Then
So that's when I have problem understanding.
So sometimes like when JP and her siblings they speak to their parents, it's mostly in
Chinese.
Mandarin.
Yeah.
I can understand a little bit as well. 我可以讲华语也是一点点而已啦。I try to use this to get a bit of favor with the parents also lah.
Yeah. But for me, when I visit his family, I understand a bit of Malay because I had my primary school education in Malaysia.
Grandmother, I guess then that's where we'll need a bit more
Yeah,
help.
his mom will
Yeah.
help. His mom will help to do most of the talking. I
Yeah.
just greet only and like Selamat Hari Raya. This year is the first Hari Raya. He go around introducing me as a fiance.
Fiancé, yeah.
Yeah.
Some of them also like get into new relationships, like interracial relationships, and then they tell me that they look up to us and they want to be like us in a sense lah, which is very sweet. Like we're very happy that we can like set an example of like what couples want in a sense.
also cannot blindly follow lah.
I think it's for every aspect lah. Whatever people post on social media is not necessarily everything. We mostly post the highs, but the lows we don't necessarily post. So people cannot just assume that everything is just good. There's definitely the downs, and it's something to consider lah.
So I feel like in an interrelationship, you tend to be a bit more sensitive, a bit more open when it comes to conversation. You always want to check on each other whether you are comfortable. When he's with my family, I always check with him, is he comfortable or not? Like just to make sure that he's comfortable in a setting that is foreign to him.
Definitely the cultural differences are there, and whether both sides can be on the same page when it comes to those differences lah. When things got serious, we talked about, if you settle down, then how are things gonna go, because not just between the two of us, but like her parents will be wondering as well.
Yeah.
We more or less decided that we would just get like a civil marriage, right? So she doesn't have to convert. I wouldn't want her to purposefully like convert just for the relationship and whatnot.
There was a time when I was going through all this and like it's really very rocky and future was very uncertain. I always saw these kind of videos also and it just gave me hope lor. At the end of the day, it's all about how you feel. Does this person make you happy? And you make the other person happy. Then doesn't matter what other people say. Just gotta tough it out. I waited quite long. In the end, I'm very, very, very happy where I am. And I love you.
I love you too.
Thank God she said it better. It's damn awkward.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you guys for watching this video.
If you like this video, leave a comment down below.
Don't forget to
Like, share, and subscribe. Bye.